I was going to read some poems tonight, but as a tribute to the Fringe being on, I'm instead going to give a 1 hour humorous monologue, which is by turns side-splitting and deeply moving. It's all about how the Police Academy films helped me come to terms with my fractious relationship with both my father and my vagina. I'm going to do some poems about. There's a couple of sexy ones, but I'll do this later. They're mostly about food. I think I've done a couple of. I've performed at this night a few times, which is really nice, and thank you, Chris. It's really, Chris is really nice to me and puts me on a lot, which I really like. And the downside is that probably a lot of people here have heard my good poems. So tonight I'm going to do the other ones. So I don't do as much because they're not as good. They're mostly about food. I'll start with a short one about beef jerky. Has anyone here eaten beef jerky?
Yeah. No, not at the moment.
No. It's like a tiny steak. I don't know what it is, but they make it really like a Lego steak. It's called it's called Whom The Bil Tongs.
Impenetrably tasty, like a gravy-flavoured belt, as hard to chew as chewing through the full breadth of an elk. To kill and cure, to cut and dry, to vacuum pack, immortalise, escutcheons poorly sculpted out of old book cover leather, marinated Bible hide, designed to last forever.
Regarding the clapping thing,
Here we go.
I was born almost exactly 9 months after New Year's Eve, and I'm the youngest of 3 children. I came 3 years after my sister. You can probably work out that I need all the love and attention that I can get. So please clap. As much, not just after every poem, but even during. It all helps. This one's about being sick. I ate some black pudding recently for breakfast, and then for lunch I ate a beef burger. I think I had meaty pizza for dinner. It was a very meaty day, and the following morning, I think unrelatedly, I was like really violently sick. I don't think it was me, I think it was just an illness, but nevertheless, for the following week, not consciously, I didn't buy any meat. I think it put me off eating meat. So this is a poem about this. Have we all seen the film Alien?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we all know what a xenomorph is. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's basically just a list of meats. And the second verse is about me being sick all over my toilet and bathroom floor. It's called Unintentional Vegetarian.
Unintentional vegetarian. No meat for a week has entered me, nor I has entered meat. No veal nor beef of which to speak. No pate, cattle, fats or sprats. No flattened spatchcock roasted cocks. No cheek of cow nor tail of ox. No Iberico or Parma ham. No chorizo or cans of spam. No Scotch eggs or ducklings' legs. No scratchings, cracklings, suckling pigs. No tunas, which, although not cute, are technically animals too. Unintentional vegetarian. Not a conscious Morrissey fan decision, intent on questioning the system. It was perhaps that rogue black pudding that sat sub sternum, still unstirring, then re-emerged with violent shuddering and all the grace of a facehugger's firstborn. Congratulations, it's a xenomorph. It leapt forth like a lamb in spring, intent on questioning the cistern, and the linoleum's integrity too, the chunks of blood scuttled under the tub, and then grow to adulthood. Unintentional vegetarian. No part of me is unpieced sheep, dismantled bats, metamorphosed beetles, reborn, transmuted Lego protein. No cows, no curs, no crow's claws, no cloven hooves or padded paws, no jackdaw backs or hamster bones. Any other week I would have eaten them all. No eye of newt that effed and blinded, no tripodal mice standing minus a hind leg, no pies derived from human childs. Not that they're easy to find, mind you, not since all the meddling from the EU. Does everyone know what a crisper is? Yeah. Does no one know? Thank you, yeah. The drawer in the fridge. Is this a northern thing?
No.
The crisper. Is that like one stage up from a fluffer? Get the blowtorch out. The crisper, oh yeah, I thought crisper was the plastic drawer at the bottom of the fridge. That's what I call it. This poem references a crisper. And it's about not being able to tell when food has gone off. Does everyone know what Max from Eastenders looks like? Who's the guy on Strictly Come Dancing? No, it's fine, I'm going to do it. That is absolutely reliant, that poem, on people knowing what Max from Eastenders looks like. It'd just be wasted. Bloody troglodytes.
Have you got a sexy one?
What poem?
Oh, big. You mentioned you had sexy
I do have a
poems.
couple of sexy ones, yeah, I'll do them.
Hey.
This is very much the foreplay.
Alright. I'll pretend I'm interested.
This is about eating dog food, which I haven't done, but my friend asked me to do a poem about eating dog food. So, it kind of showcases my empathy as an artist. It's called Ben Wright, because that's who asked me to write the poem. And the opening couplet is kind of reminiscent of Let's Get Ready to Rumble by PJ Duncan, but that's can't be helped. Me, my brother, my father, my mother, the nuclear family awaiting destruction. We'd all laughed at threats issued by Kim Jong-un. No one rose to the goading except President Trump. Like motionless moths round battery light, settling down for an infinite night. The sirens had called us, led us under the rocks, our vessels left useless, and our lives in a box. A rug on the concrete, a stove on the tiles, a pan on the prongs with dog food inside. We start with the dog food while we still have good health. My father had told us it made everything smell. Worse than Frey Bentos, worse than corned beef. Homesick and blue from subterranean terrene. England extinguished by an ocean of bombs. Why do we own this? We don't have a dog. A knock sounded out from the bunker hatch door, and a metal hushed shout. False alarm, came the call. Although I was glad the world had not been destroyed, I'd just eaten dog food, so overall was annoyed. How was the Congo? I don't forget.
You don't have to do it anymore.
I'm quite happy to say it, alright?
Can I take this opportunity to say...
You'll be a hogger.
Tobias, anyway.
Yeah.
Do you want to go straight on after this, Tobias?
I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Let me hurry up, yeah.
Well, no, just do what you want to do.
I should have set a timer like the other guy. Probably one of them, the ones you get in the kitchen that look like a chicken head.
Smarter.
Was it?
Yeah.
See, I would have picked up and tried to squirt ketchup on the food. And I'd be like, why are you picking? Do you want some sexy ones, yeah? I'll finish with a couple of sexy ones. This one's about my friend Neil. It's not food related, but he asked me to write a poem about an albino boner. Which you probably work out what that is. It's called Neil Rouse. Forced asparagus, an alabaster column, the porcelain dildo in a clockwork orange, the ghost ascending from a walrus cull, a freshly rain-washed chanterelle, my albescent phallus, my boner albino, like a volcano that's covered in snow, my gothic wanger, my pallid prong, now forever remembered in popular song. And I'll just finish with some absolute horrible filth. It's sort of, I like to introduce this as like a sort of psychological study, I suppose. If it's not rude, but if you think it's rude, that means you're a horrible pervert. And if you think it's just kind of like jovial nonsense verse, then you're a good person. So bear that in mind and see what you make of it, and consider if you're going to heaven or hell. Cool. Thank you for listening, and I've got a Facebook page, blah blah blah, so go on that. This is called 50 Shades of Twem. He unfurled his quilt, shiny with pleth. It was almost too long, but she wanted to paffle it, feel its warmth on her blag, or her wank to be running with gomp. She bent him over the bureau and popped a whole yam up his bants. She could see he was gushing with corpulence. He placed his wet wump in her manch. He blighed her thalamona hard. She gasped at the pain and the pleasure. He blighed her again, this time with his fetlock. Then manfurked her choke with a melon. He cloaked her punge with his dallywabble. Good grief, she uttered, your twinge has undersporked my Winton bunket. She felt her spirits give in. Surprised, his mantle flame canked all over her. She gongled his weghole with the end of her grindle. Spasming violently, he fiffed in her tallymangle. She pulled off her sweater, and he started jiffing. Oh, really, she flashed, in awe of his prank. Your spin is so murchy and map. She felt his slouch climbing inside her scrimple and hoisted his clam cackle over her head. With her arms and her legs bound tightly and fast, and a tarpaulin sheeting pulled taut, she awaited the snap of his gremp on her plave. Her wample grew wide at the thought. Bronzing much faster, he opened his ganter. She heavily squanted, then sighed. She flew her overcoat up to the spronk, and his snag-baggle triumphed inside. Her scrampling soon started to underbloop. Nothing had felt in this reel in her life, nothing she'd previously held in her squelch. She surrendered herself to his tremulous glide. An illicit heat rushed through her flambleblack. He spanked the cusp of her process. She groaned and then screamed like a pandled mirth, as at once her quash dropped its boggage. She and him lay there, covered in schnell, though who had produced it, neither could tell. That was intense, she gasped, with wide eyes. Black shirt and black Brexit flop, he replied.